Chapter 22, Episode 6, Part 2. Using a pair of clutches is annoying. If you don't use them just right, you end up hurting your shoulders, your wrists, or both. Using two friends as crutches, however, is a lot better. They're compassionate, considerate, cautious, and you won't wear your arms out because they'll carry you a little bit and makes it comfortable for both of you. Which is why, despite my injuries, I rather enjoy Ibuki and Sarai helping me out of the shopping arcade. Two of them helped me keep my weight off my burn, which still stung like all that out. We stopped just outside the exit. I looked around, but couldn't find Mom anywhere. Odd, considering how quickly she found me after the Maverick attack the day before. "Let me sit down," I said. My two human supports nodded and gently set me down my backside. There was only part of me that didn't hurt at that point, though as soon as I put some weight on it, I winced. "That hurts too?" Ibuki asked, almost incredulously. I nodded, but I knew why it chose a particular moment to experience pain. Shitting in bed and reaching underneath me, I pulled out the source of the pain. A stupid, pointed rock. I threw it away in frustration. Ibuki set one of her hands on my thigh. "Here, let me see your leg." I groaned a bit, knowing that letting her see it was going to be a bad idea. First, because she'd see how bad it was. Second, I'd see how bad it was, and I really didn't want to know. Biting my lip, I reached for my pant leg and slowly pulled it up. Just as I predicted, the feeling of denim against burned skin was not a good one, to say the least. I didn't pull it off very far, but it was good enough for the other two. So I cringed. "That looks really bad," Buki mimicked her. "Probably a second-degree burn. You've got to get that looked at right away." I didn't want to, but I looked down at it. The skin was deeper and cracking in a few places. It sounded like crazy once it was exposed to the air. After getting a quick look, I gently put the leg back down and laid myself on the ground. "Wonderful," I said. I didn't necessarily care that Ibuki and Sarai were right there beside me. I also didn't bother to hear the sound of a car pulling up to us. "A burn's all I need right now." "Iris!" Mom's voice called out to me. I sat up and saw her circle around her car rather than walk up to me quickly. "Are you okay?" "I've been better," I said. Mom looked sort of relieved. I guess she was expecting me to be in a worse condition. "Oh, good. When Ibuki called, I was afraid something bad happened." Ibuki scratched her cheek nervously. "Well, it's not all good news, Miss Sakamoto." That was when Mom's facial expression picked up one of her eyebrows. "What's wrong?" "One of my legs and both of my arms are burned," I said, showing her my affected forearms. Mom scanned over them with her eyes. "Let me see your leg," she ordered. Not wanting to argue, I braved the pain and pulled out my pant leg again. She winced slightly, but didn't react the way Ibuki and Sarai did. "That doesn't look too comfortable." I shook my head. "It's not. I think it might be a second degree," Ibuki added. Mom chuckled a bit. "Thanks for laughing at my pain." "It's not that bad," Mom said. "It looks like it's mostly on the skin. Let's get you home and get it taken care of." Are you sure she doesn't need to see a doctor for it?" Sarai asked, concerned. It didn't take a fair line to think of me as a friend. "It's Saturday," Mom said simply. "There aren't any doctor's offices open today except hospitals. It's not bad enough to necessitate a hospital visit." "But it hurts to put my weight on it," I whined. "Are you sure it isn't that bad?" Mom tapped her foot impatiently. "You'll be fine once we get you home." She looked at Ibuki and Sarai. "Do you need to help her get into the car?" Ibuki took the opportunity to test her confessing skills. "Can we come with?" Mom thought over for a moment. I personally couldn't see much wrong with them going along, since I was pretty sure I had an idea about how much of the action two had seen. Before long, though, she made up her mind and shrugged. "If you'd like to." She looked around for a moment. "Now let's get moving before things get to be a real mess." The three of us wordlessly nodded before Ibuki and Sarai helped me off the ground and into the backseat of the car. Ibuki followed me in while Sarai circled around to the other side. She stopped in front of Mom. "I'm sorry," she said with a bow. "I haven't introduced myself. My name's Sarai Ishikawa." Mom chuckled. "My, how polite. You don't have to be that formal, though. My name's... Yuna." I rolled my eyes. I was pretty sure she knew about my armor, so what was the point in giving her an assumed name? Which reminds me, am I legally Iris Sakamoto or Iris Nomura anyway? "So," Ibuki droned, "anything you want to tell your best friend?" I moved over it a moment, trying to come up with an answer. One finally came to me. "I like that dress." "Smooth." Ibuki rolled her eyes. You know what I mean, Iris. You've been holding out on me. I suddenly leaned my head back as the car fell forward. Okay. It's kind of hard for me to explain. Try me. Under the sides gave a lip so that I could collect my thoughts. Where do I start? Okay, so have you two ever heard of Zero? You mean the rebel that saved the world? So I asked. I nodded. What about him? Well, I took a deep breath. It's like this. A car ride and one explanation that lasted much longer than it should have later. Wait, how can a rebel have a kid? Boogie, do you want to play 20 questions or do you want to hear what I have to say? Sorry. We pulled up to our house. Sarai and Boogie helped me hop out of the car and up to the front door while Mom unlocked it. So, Boogie says as we hopped up a small step. Mom walked in the kitchen to get something. Let me get this straight. You want us to believe that not only did the two biggest people in the world survive the war, but that they're not only living in the public eye, and to help emphasize her next point, she pointed at our house. In this little rundown shack. And that you're their daughter? My face fell flat as the two helped me sit on the couch. You want to ask that a little louder? I don't think my mom heard that. Oh, I did. Mom said she turned to the living room with a small spray bottle in hand. I'm just choosing to let go because I have more important things to do. Now then, let me see that leg again. I rolled my pen leg for the third time that day. Mom knelt down, aimed the bottle, and started spraying. Her lips moved slightly as if she were whispering something to herself, but I couldn't tell what she was saying. A small tingling sensation ran out my shin, and before our disbelieving eyes, my wounds healed completely. Well, Boo says I painlessly swung my leg a bit. That's convenient. Wish our village had a ball of that stuff. No kidding, Sarah agreed. What was that anyway? I asked. Mom looked up at me with a smile. Magic potion, she said simply. I rubbed my eyes. I should have guessed she wouldn't say. I hugged them up for her. I learned to repeat the healing process. A couple of seconds later, the idea that I had ever been burned in the first place seemed like a distant memory. Thanks, Mom, I said as I stood up. Everything felt fine, which was a huge relief after the irritating injuries I'd suffered in that fight. Now then, I need to get to headquarters. Did he get me there? Mom raised an eyebrow nervously checked. What are you talking about? She asked, trying to play things off. I think you're letting your imagination run into your life again. I rubbed my eyes. Mom, I just told my friends just about everything about us, and you're not just now trying to act like I'm making things up? Mom stiffened a bit. I guess you hadn't put two and two together to get Cat. Oh, right. Rubbing my eyes again, I headed over to the hidden door underneath our staircase. Once I was there, I turned to Book and Sarai. Now, you guys can't say anything about this to anyone. Got it? Ibuka rolled her eyes and waved her hand dismissively. We're ninja, We can't keep a secret. Besides, it's not like anything you do is gonna make me believe your crazy story, Miss Nomura. She stressed the last name and added air quotes for added effect. I just smiled. Sure, chick. Just like you remember how much I hate when you call me that. Turning back to the wall, I ran my thumb along where I thought it might have been. A small green flash confirmed was suspicious, and a moment later, the retractable segment slid away, revealing the stairway down to the command center. I turned back around to see three faces that had expressed they didn't have a moment before. One adult face wore a smirk, while two teenage faces could almost taste the floor with how low the jaws were hanging. Doubt me now? Without bothering to wait for them responses, I made my way down the steps. Mom probably had to shove them towards the stairs, because it was a while before I heard more footsteps down those same stairs that could have belonged to one person. Once I'd reached the bottom, I turned on the light, sat down at an empty desk, and waited. Didn't have to wait long. Whoa! Buki joined as she walked into the command center. Where did all this come from? Are we really underneath the same house? So I asked. I nodded. Yeah, but we won't be for long. Mom walked over to the computer I was next to and started typing rapidly. Once again, watching her would have been useless considering that she types much more quickly than I could ever hope to follow. Secondly, at the transom in the corner of the room started to post blue light, catching the eyes of Ibuki and Sarai. And we're all set, once as she backed away. The two ninja walked toward the square. What's this thing? Ibuki asked. I put on my best sly smile and walked up behind her. You really want to know? I asked. Again, without waiting for a response, I did the one thing every true friend does in a situation like this. I shoved her into the square. Just like the time Mom, Dad, and I took the trip to HQ, Ibuki's body was covered in a brilliant glow. A bright pink ink composed her entire form before launching into the air. I turned to Sarai, who stood at the now yellow square. Your turn, I said as quickly as I could. Sarai picked up, said jaw and nodded slowly. If you don't mind, she said nervously, I'd like to go through the gentle way. My smile grew a bit. Fine, but wait for it to turn blue again. A few seconds later, a little longer than I had hoped, the square finally pulls blue again. Sarai slowly stepped in. I let Greg cover her as she was transported. I waited a few seconds for myself before turning to her mom. Are you coming too? I asked. She shook her head. No, I called your father before picking you up, so he's likely screaming down the road to get here. I'm going to try and calm down before he does anything stupid. I nodded. Dad wasn't the second type to lose his cool for most things, but according to him, when it comes to my family, absolutely nothing's more important. And then he gone about turning anyone who'd hurt us in tiny little pieces. I never really listened to that part, since before I knew who he was, I never would have considered the idea that he'd even insult someone. Well, I said as I turned to the transserver, I'm out to meet with a few weirdos. I'll be back as soon as I can. Be careful. With another silent nod, I waited for the line to clear and stepped into the square. Tingles ran up and down my body and fairy lights started to fill my vision. I love taking trips on the transserver. Trivia answer. Benjix, main variant of Power Rangers RPM, refers to Rangers as 5 brightly colored nuisances and 1.1-line taunt. This also happens to be a line spoken by his counterpart in Instant Sintao Go Unger.